Hello, and welcome to learning how to write a cover letter. At this point, you've probably written a great resume and are starting to apply for positions, but some applications require a cover letter. So you need to make sure you write a stellar cover letter in order for your application to be reviewed further. One popular myth I want to uncover is that you only need to write one generic cover letter for all positions in which you are applying. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Each cover letter should be tailored specifically for each specific position you are applying to. Take the job description and incorporate keywords from that job description into your cover letter. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Cover letters go beyond what's written on your resume. They can talk about some of your soft skills that include communication, work ethic, leadership, and beyond, things that you can't necessarily just write out on your resume. You can expand on more of these soft skills and accomplishments that you've had in your career or in your collegiate experience to show that you are the ideal candidate for this position. Beyond what's written in your cover letter, format is very important. The cover letter is a business letter, so everything should be left justified. The cover letter should usually include about 3 paragraphs and should not go over 1 page in length. Let's begin at the top of the cover letter. Here you will see that you will write your current address. This could be your address on campus, your parents' address, or if you don't feel comfortable disclosing everything, maybe just your city and state and possibly zip code. Next, you'd want to write the date you are submitting this cover letter. After that would be the contact person's name, job title, company name, and their address. If you don't have a specific person that you're addressing the cover letter to, just writing the company information here is fine. Then we want to go down 2 spaces. That's what these numbers are here for. And you'd want to write Dear Miss Smith or Dear Mr. Johnson, followed by a colon, whoever you're addressing the cover letter to. If you don't have a specific person you're writing to, we suggest Dear Human Resources Manager, Dear Hiring Manager, Dear Search Committee, something a little bit more personal beyond that generic to whom it may concern, or Dear Sir or Madam. First, in this first paragraph, you're going to want to explain your interest in the position, possibly how you heard about the job. You can include some company information and why you're interested in working for this organization. Again, use your own words and keep it brief, about 2 to 3 sentences. This second paragraph is really kind of that meat and potatoes of the cover letter, where you can go into way more detail about yourself. Here is where you want to, again, use that job description and put in some of those key terms. You can discuss, your skills, your abilities, your previous experiences, a little bit about your education, and then also provide some concrete examples of what you've done, maybe 2 to 3 examples of traits that you've acquired that really could help apply to this position. Focus how you can positively impact that company with what you can contribute. Talk about what you can bring to this job versus what the job or the company can help you do. Again, all positive verbiage. Don't be too wordy, and no need to repeat everything that's on your resume, as that will probably be included in your application. This final or last paragraph is where you're going to invite the employer to read over your resume and then again learn a little bit more about you on that document. You also want to make a call to action. This could include requesting a meeting or a personal interview, or stating that you will follow up with the employer in a certain amount of time, whether that's 5 days, a month, depending on when that application may close. Of course, you want to thank the employer for their time and consideration of your application. And this is where you'll also want to put your contact information. Make sure you include a phone number and an email address for them to reach you for more information. You want to make sure you add a personal closing here, either sincerely or cordially, followed by 4 typed lines. and then type out your name. You'll include the word enclosure if your resume will be included with this cover letter. In this blank space, if you're printing out your cover letter, this is where you would sign it in black ink. Again, if you're not printing it out, you could use an electronic signature or just leave it blank. That's totally fine. Again, writing a cover letter does take time and patience. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to write a wonderful cover letter. My final tip is to make sure to ask others to proofread for you. You do not want to be eliminated from the applicant pool based on a grammatical or spelling error that someone might have caught for you. So ask career services, a friend, a professor, a family member to read over every cover letter that you write to make sure you are not missing anything or making any errors. Again, use strong, positive language to make the best first impression so that you can score that interview. I hope this information has helped you, and good luck on all your future applications.